Alright YouTube, here we go now with part 2 of the list. I had to split it into 2 parts because of how long it was taking me to do this video, so let's get to it. Okay, now you guys, here we go with the limited list. We have Chaos Sorcerer. No surprise, I knew this was going to happen because he was running rampant in a lot of Twilight decks and Return Dad decks, so should have stayed at 1. Shouldn't have been semi-limited in the first place. I know some people were hoping for it to become unlimited. Tell you the truth, that will not happen. It's too powerful to be unlimited, so that's my opinion. Next up is Mizuki. I'm not surprised with this one either. People use this running too rampant in zombie decks, or zombie diva, so, or diva, or whatever you want to call it. I call it diva, so yeah. But with him at 2, the 3 deep sea divas, yeah, he's just become almost too broken in zombie decks. So again, should have been at limited 1 the whole time, not semi. This next one, I am not surprised. Tragodia. I'm not surprised that he got his knees chopped at 1. So he was running too rampant in a lot of decks. So because with 3 of them in your deck, you can either get your hand bogged down, or I don't know. I'm not surprised that he got limited to 1. So next up I have is Necro Gardener. I'm a little disappointed that they put him at 1. He's shoving at 2. 3 was giving him too much usage, so I'm kind of glad. I'm kind of not happy that they put him at 1. I would have been happier if they put him at 2. So this is one of the cards that affects the Black Wings, because some people use Necro Gardener in the Black Wings deck, namely because he's dark. So sorry, Necro Gardener, I'm gonna miss you. Next up, and I don't know why this card is even limited to 1 in the first place. He's still a crap card in my opinion. That is Necroface. I don't know why or what Konami was thinking limiting this card to 1. It's useless basically in my opinion. Sure, it removes 5 cards from play, but once he's sent to the graveyard, they get sent back to the top of your deck, I believe. Let me see this. Yeah, it's okay, just not all that great. Still a shitty card in my opinion. And then there's one other monster that's been limited to 1, which I do not have a copy of anymore. I traded it off a long time ago, and that is Light Sworn Summoner Lumina. Hallelujah, praise the Lord. That itself is one of the biggest hits that Light Sworns could take. And in this list, there's a total of 3 cards that have seriously affected that are really affecting the Light Sworn decks. Lumina, Honest, and I'm going to go over to the next card that's limited, and this is now into the spells, is Charge of the Light Brigade. He's now down to 1. I'm kind of glad he is gone, because this, you get your Light Sworns in your graveyard, you have them together, charge in your next turn, you use charge, you wind up drawing up that, or you get Wolf out in the graveyard, automatic summon Wolf, and get JD out in about maybe within the first 5 turns at least, and that's game then basically. So I'm glad he's gone. Next up is, and this one's gonna affect a lot of dark decks, and that is Allure of Darkness is now at 1. I was sad when this happened. Sure, it's a good draw power card, but I think it should have stayed at 2. It's good at 2. 1, no, not so much. But so this card is going to affect Return Dads, Zombies, Black Wings, Gaia decks, etc., etc. So yeah. Next is Foolish Burial, and this is the last card that I have personally right now in my pile, but he's now limited to 1, which kind of puts a kink into my my Dark Gaia deck. I'm concerned I used, I think, 2 of these in my Dark Gaia deck. If I only have the 1, then it doesn't really affect me at all, but this will definitely affect the Light Sworns for sure. It'll affect Black Wings somewhat, but very mildly. So that's all the cards I've got right now. So there's all those. Now the cards I don't have, and I'll mention them here for you, is Return from the Different Dimension is now at 1. That puts a kink in the Return Dad decks. So Destiny Draw is now at 1. I think it should have stayed at 2. If keep it at 2 and put Malicious at 1, that'd be even better. Then we got Mind Crush. What was Konami thinking with that card? Like, I don't know. And then finally, Magical Explosion. That card's okay. It's really only good for burn decks, in my opinion. And that's all the cards that are changed on the OCG list. Now, there is one card that is not listed there, and I'm gonna have to look back at older lists about one certain card that I think should be limited to 1, maybe even semi-limited, but from my here it's limited to 1 on the OCG list, and that is Allied Justice Castor. So he could possibly be 1 on the TCG list because of his ability to destroy any non-dark monsters without applying damage calculation. Now, I just want to let you guys know something about this card, and there's a lot of misunderstanding about this card, and I got this clarified last night. And it says, for its text, if this card battles a non-dark monster, destroy that monster without applying damage calculation. Now there's an errata for this card, and it's the new errata. The proper text is, if this card battles or is attacked by a non-dark monster, destroy that monster without applying damage calculation. So that's going to help out this card lots in the long run. So that's about it for today. I'm going to be doing up a video here probably either later today or tomorrow of my stuff for trade and sale. So that covers it for today. Until my next video, guys, catch you on the flip side. Peace. Bye.